So, David, when you look back on the last few years of your life, what has changed you the most as a human being?
I think I've changed quite a bit on many levels, but I think more so on a spiritual level, on a level of self growth. You know, to enhance your mediumship, you need to enhance yourself. If you're unable to enhance that aspect of you that connects you with the spirit and your own spirit, then your mediumship will always falter. Ultimately, you'll never get to that goal that so many people seek. So I think over the last few years, I've taken a lot more seriously my own self spiritual growth, and I've looked at how I interact and participate with mediumship, my mediumship, and how other people do. But most of all, I think that one of the most important aspects of development of any form of mediumship is, no matter what that mediumship is self growth. But I feel that a lot of people kind of shy away from that, or they have a misunderstanding in relation to what spiritual growth is. And, if someone said to me, the key to your mediumship is through self growth,
Mhm.
I would actually look at every avenue to find out what type of self growth suits me. And if I found something that suited me, then I would embrace it wholly. Because I found that as a person have developed myself more on a self developmental level, my mediumship has become stronger, and I've become more contented with my mediumship as well. And a lot of people have frustration with their mediumship because they wish to achieve a certain level of contact with the spirit world in all different forms, but yet they don't take the time and the opportunity to really embrace who they are as a person. And let's be honest, if you was given the opportunity to develop yourself on a self spiritual level, and it was going to enhance your mediumship, and you did that, and in actual fact your mediumship didn't change, you would still benefit from that self development.
Mm.
So you still have something from that endeavor that you do. And I really think that in mediumship, people have lost their way a lot because they strive to have good, strong contact with the spirit world, but they don't put the key in the ignition that fires the engine that allows them to do that.
Mm.
It's like getting into a car and expecting to drive from one place to another, from A to B, but without putting the petrol or the key in the ignition. It's not going to work. The car may look lovely, but it's useless. So unless you develop yourself spiritually, yourself develop yourself, your mediumship is going to be like that. You may have that beautiful car, but really it's only going to it's only there for you to look at and to sit in and wonder how good you can be. So for me, it's been a concerted effort to continue to develop myself. I haven't developed mediumship for years. I really haven't,
Mm.
for years. The last time I actually sat in any form of circle for my physical mediumship was 11 years ago. For mental mediumship, well, I never really have.
Mm.
But yet my mediumship still continues to operate and work and continues to change and evolve. And that's because I learned a long time ago that no matter what you do, you're only as good as your own vibrational self and where you are at any one time within that spectrum of vibration. So, but a lot of people, I think a lot of people strive to develop mediumship but become frustrated because it doesn't go the way they hope or expect it to. And the simple answer is self-development. But even at times when you explain that, you know, people don't understand. You have to be committed in what you do within your own self-development. I mean, I get up at 5:30 every morning and chant mantras to help develop my inner self.
Mm.
That's before starting a day's work.
Yeah, beautiful.
So,
Yeah.
and again, it's investing in yourself, in your future life, in the next life. But it's also investing in this life and investing in your own self-development. The spirit world can't connect with a vibration that is too far removed from themselves.
Mm.
So our job is to raise our vibration. And the only way we can do that is through being in touch with our soul. And the only way we can become in touch with our soul is through the development of ourself. And that's it. It's an ongoing process. I've been doing this now since I was about 20 and I'm now 61.
Mm.
And I still think that I'm only scraping the surface. Still only scraping the surface. So I've often wondered, and, over the years, I've been doing physical mediumship for a great many years now. And I think, well, why isn't that in the lighted conditions? Well, the simple answer is because I'm not sufficiently developed enough, not in my mediumship, within myself,
Mm.
for that to be able to occur. Because vibrationally, I don't have the capacity at this time in my self-development to connect with that vibration on the level that would be needed for that type of thing to occur.
Mm.
So where does the responsibility lies with me? Not someone else, not the spirit world, not my guide, not anything else. It's me and me only. And unless I accept that and go, well, I need to be very responsible about this, because then you then question, don't you? You question, go, well, if you're not prepared to put this time and effort in to your own development, and you're only considering developing mediumistic faculties, well, what are you doing it for?
Mm.
Are you not doing it for self-gratification? The whole concept of mediumship is to prove the continuation of the human soul. It's to prove that we are spirit here and now, encased within a physical body, and that we live on beyond this life in whatever capacity that is. But in doing so, it's also the strongest aspect of the reason that we're here is to reconnect with our own soul, our own spirit, our own God, if you like, within ourselves.
Yes,
And we
yes.
can only do that by not allowing ourselves to be caught up in the illusion of life and the illusion of mediumship. The illusion of mediumship. And often the illusion of mediumship is portrayed, come to me, you'll learn from me and you'll be this person. I've heard people say, oh, I was told that I was a physical medium. I was told I was this, I was told I was that. And I think to myself, well, that's good that you was told that you have that capacity to do that, but that capacity will only come to fruition if you develop yourself. That's the
Correct.
simple
Yes.
answer. That is the only and simple answer. So I within myself as an individual, I place a lot of importance upon self development in mediumship. Because, as I've said to people before, if you witness my mediumship and you enjoy that and have that experience and feel that connection, well, then surely that's proof. Because I haven't sat and developed physical mediumship in a circle for must be over 11 years now. Must be over 11 years, maybe 12 years. Yeah, maybe 12 years. And I've certainly never really sat in a development circle for mental mediumship or any other form of mediumship come to that. So I'm either one of two things. I'm either a freak of nature, which I don't believe for one moment I am, or I found a path. And that path is the pathway of self-development. And that's it. Plain and simple, that's it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I always challenge people and say, if you really, really truly desire to want to be of service to the spirit world, to God, to humanity, then develop yourself. Learn the correct way to do that. And once you learn the correct way to do that, then I think that anyone's mediumistic faculty will flourish. And I
Yeah.
have some ideas. So, of course, this year,
Mm.
I have a few ideas
Okay.
that will open people's minds and maybe help them to understand a little bit more and become more in touch with themselves.
Okay. Well, we are curious about that. Looking forward to it.
Good. I'm
So,
sure it will be quite enlightening, actually.
yes. Yes. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for this.
My pleasure. My pleasure.